Hello, hello everyone. So welcome, leave it a couple of seconds, see if anyone joins me live. Otherwise I will just get on with it, and welcome to watch the replay. I know it's an unusual time to come on live, but oh, hello Bernie, someone has joined me live. I've got someone to talk to. Lovely, how are you? Hope all is well. So I was just saying, it's, an unusual time to come on and live. Is there ever a good time? And I haven't done a live for ages. I've been in that, fear place. And, but today I couldn't. I've had so many nudges to come in and talk today, and to be here and share this message for whoever it's for whoever it resonates with. My intention is that it's coming from the heart. It's that it's useful, that it's helpful, that it kind of brings up some insights for you, because it was certainly extremely powerful stuff going on. So I don't know how you've been finding the energies over February. It felt like we were all a bit in another holding place, and just the last week, lots of kind of hot energy, lots of fire. I've been triggered left, right and center. This is not usually me, this anger, and over not over incidents, but over seeing what was the big trigger? Just this massive amount. I was ready to throw in the towel. I love what I do. In the last 2 weeks, 3 babies have been born, 3 babies that, me together with their mums guided these beautiful souls into physical reality, and there's I don't know how many on the way, but I absolutely adore what I do. And just I had a cuddle with one of the babies whose energy I'd spoken to, communicated with, receive messages from, for him and his mum, working with the mums, not only from preconception but all the way through to preparing for the birth, and for the birth to go smoothly, and how they and their babies wanted it to go. So I love my work. This is beautiful work. How can it not be? And yet I was ready to throw in the towel. I was ready to go, do you know what, I've had enough. I've absolutely had enough, and I'm not talking about it. No one knows what I'm doing. I'm not, just like completely crazy stuff. And we often have meltdowns. It's called, the breakdown before the breakthrough, however you want to see it. But it's so true. But as healers, as people who, many people like me who do this work, we are so self-aware, and we know that whatever is triggering us, whether that's a person, whatever it is, to bring it back to ourselves, to bring it back to, why has that made me feel so angry? Why has that made me feel so upset? Why has that made me feel like giving up? Always returning to self, and exploring that, because the situation is never the situation, ever. Our minds only, if you think of our minds, the record button is pressed from the moment of conception, not to mention all of the other stuff. Our souls, we've been here many times, if you believe in that, and we're bringing all of this stuff back from past lives, but also ancestral. Even science is catching up with what energy workers and people who are in tune, connected, I've known for years, that we're not only carrying our genes and DNA, but we're carrying patterns and traumas along with us. So we're carrying a lot of stuff. A lot of it is not even ours, and this literally goes back to the beginning of time. So it's not like we have to clear everything, but just to help ourselves be free. And what I wasn't feeling was free. I was feeling trapped. I was feeling, I was getting angry if I heard someone talk about something that is what I do. I just don't talk about it. Why am I not talking about it? I'm not angry with them, I'm angry with me. Why am I angry? Why am I not talking? All of this stuff holding me back. Anyway, so ran over, we breathe, we go in and we look at what's going on, and we bring it back to self. And what came out was really interesting. And it's not only for me, I realize this is for the collective. This is what's generally going on in the world. So if you're at a certain, if you're into this, if you're in depending on where you are in your spiritual development, you will understand, the concepts of divine masculine, divine feminine. This is nothing to do with gender. It's not male versus female or anything like that. It's energies, and the energies of Mother Earth is the divine feminine, and the divine masculine is, so the women, the divine feminine, are the creators. They create, they birth life, but they also birth life in the physical, as in babies, which is, as a soul midwife, I sometimes call myself, whether that's souls coming in or souls going out, birthing souls, because they are birthed. No one ever dies. They're just birthed into another realm. And I've completely thrown myself off track. But what I was looking at was, why am I being so triggered? Why, what's holding me back, basically? This has been an issue that's like a long time. So I finally went, we breathe, we go in. And when I did go in, the energy of this was very much, and bearing in mind, I've been triggered by my friends. You don't worry, I will, I've either let you know who you are, because we all understand it's not about you, it's about, the energy that's going on, this masculine and divine feminine energy, and the male energy is there to support and hold up and hold space for, so the female energy can do what it does best, which is create and blossom and, create life, as in babies, but create life, create homes, create beauty, create friendships, create love. We are creators in whatever sense you want to have a look, you want to take that. We're creators, and the male is holding up, but that's got so out of balance, and the female energy's been very much squashed, and the male energy out of balance, very much, top down control. Now the message I've got about this is basically, as male, the male energy eons ago, felt very insecure, to be honest, about creation. They felt there's a certain element of this energy that, that didn't feel their role was important. They felt inconsequential, and when you feel inconsequential to something, you go into fear, and when you go into fear, often your first line of attack is to attack. Your first line of defense is to attack, sorry. And so, this male energy, this ancient male energy, okay, so if we can't create like these women can create, then we need to control creation. We need to control what's going on. We need to control their fertility. We need to keep a lid on these women, because otherwise they're going to wipe us out. That is the bottom line. That's the message that I've been told. Is how this whole imbalance started. It doesn't matter who. It's not a blame thing. It's just it's what happened. The energies got out of balance. Whichever way you believe that happened, it doesn't matter. The energies are clearly out of balance. Very patriarchal system. This is now changing, and as we know, the divine feminine has been rising, and more women are coming up. More and more women are seeing the truth of who they are. More and more, and more and more men. This is men are coming in back into that original. You could say new, but it's actually original, because it's that support and allowing. We don't need to be allowed. We don't need permission to flourish, but they're holding the space for us in order for us to do that. And seeing the world very, very differently, not so patriarchal. So definitely the balance is shifting to be more balanced, and we all hold both male and female energies in our bodies, and we are all striving to achieve this very soft, loving, creative feminine with this very action, protect, support male energy. So we, both male and female, be ideal if we could balance the two. But on a bigger scale, those energies are still out, but it's starting to balance up. So this brings me, I can only talk about this from my own personal experience, but I know there's a bigger picture behind it. And so I was looking at this energy. Why am I being angry? Why am I being angry with these beautiful women? I'm not angry with them. I was getting angry at myself, but our beautiful friends mirror us, and show us what we need to heal us. It's like, feels like competition between females. My thing is helping women rise, helping women empower themselves. And yet here I was, doing that, you know, in my head only, at least, like disempowering them. And that was totally not fitting. I was like, what is going on? This is not me. So why is this competition? And so I went into this energy, and I happened to be catching up with a beautiful friend, Renara Barclay, and we went into that energy. And so when I went into the energy, and this is, you know, again, if you're an energy worker, you'll understand that energy is very intangible. We make it tangible. We make it so our conscious minds can understand it. So, you know, what does it look like? What does, you know, what's the image? If this energy had a color, what color would it be? If it had an image, what image would it look like? And sitting in the back of my head was this man, this elderly man, and he was sitting, like, you know, just like on a pile of papers. Was it newspapers or papers? It was kind of a stuffy old office. Definitely, it felt like an ancestor energy. He wasn't threatening. He was quite affable, just, you know, just sitting there. And he was I just had this, you know, this energy of this. That's how this energy was represented, this affable but very, very patriarchal energy sitting in the back of my head. And I was sort of asking him, so, you know, why are you there? And his answer was, to protect you. And I said, to protect me from what? To protect you from saying anything stupid, you know, to protect me from making a fool of myself. You know, if you can imagine, like, maybe Victorian time, Victorian granddad, very strict. I know you know, I'm right, my way or the highway, just no awareness whatsoever. And I was saying, but what are you are you protecting me from? What if and then I was saying, well, maybe I don't need to be protected anymore, you know, maybe I'm doing all right. And then I don't know, to cut a long story short, basically underneath this, it was transpired he was not there protecting me from making a fool of myself, from speaking out. He was there to protect himself. He was there to protect the male energy, there to protect the truth of what had been going on. And as soon as I got that information, I felt this darkness, and it was ancient energy coming in. And you know, filling up quite a bit. I was feeling a bit fearful and thinking, right, what's going on in this space now? And I asked this energy in my head, this affable energy, you know, well, what are you what are you protecting? What are you doing there? Who told you to be there? And he said, oh, it's just my job. It's your job. Yes, it's my job. It's my job to, you know. And he was just such a job's worth, and he'd never questioned ever why he was right, why he was there, what he was doing was right or wrong. He was just unaware of what was going on. And I said, well, maybe there's another way. Isn't there something you'd rather be doing than sitting in my head, stopping me from talking, stopping me from being out there, stopping me from helping mums meet their babies? And he's like, I've never really thought about it. And just got all like, you know, if you just list this gruff, like, rah, 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 rah. It was like that energy. And so I said, well, maybe there is something else you'd rather do. And actually then I called upon Archangel Metatron, came in, and this guy basically went off and he retired. He went off on he's like, he suddenly thought, actually, why am I was told to do this. I was told to sit on all of this information so you didn't find out the truth. But I don't know why I agreed to do it, and I don't know why I'm doing it. So then he just thought of, I said, who do you need permission from? The light beings. In came Archangel Metatron, and off he went and left this space in my head. I was like, right, what's going on in this space? Huge fear. And basically, I was, whether this is a past life or whether it was, you know, a representation of this energy, but it was me as my 12-year-old self, not in this lifetime, but somewhere else. It felt like America, didn't even feel like England, but wherever it was, it doesn't matter. It was me trapped. I was locked in a heart. So I was locked in a heart. It was all dirty and scrubby. And I was saying, and I went in to talk to the energy, this energy of my former self, and saying, what, you know, why are you locked in a heart? Because I've been a bad girl. Why have you been a bad girl? I don't feel like I've been a bad girl, but I'm told I am. So it's these people, that is like these men that have said, you're a bad girl. And they weren't my family, but they, you know, I was working for them or beholden to them or servant to them or whatever it was, in this hut, locked away. And anyway, there was lots to the story, but at the end of the day, I then had an image of this young boy who was my only friend, and I thought, I wonder if I can go to him. I wonder if I could get to his house, and I can get out of here. And you know what? There was no locks on this door. There was no locks on the hut. It was purely a decision that I had to make of, I don't want to be trapped anymore. I don't want to be stuck in this hole anymore. I'm getting out of here. And so in this, in this energy memory, I ended up going, and so there's this new boy, this new masculine energy that is coming in, and it's not new because it's original, because and this is what gave me the hope and just balanced out everything that was happening and into this beautiful future, and then, long story short, again, off into this amazing future, galloping on a horse, on a beach, completely, lots of possessions, but it wasn't about owning the possessions, it was about owning myself. So, this was all fine. This was my healing. It's very, it's for me. And then I was on my run this morning, and it suddenly came to me, this is something we've been playing out for so long, like not speaking, feeling like we've got nothing to say, feeling like we've got, we're not heard, feeling like we're going to say something wrong, that we're bad, all of this feminine stuff. And of course, what was stopping me was this masculine energy in my energy field, in my subconscious, however you choose to see it. And I'm wondering how many of us are holding on to this male energy. How many of us have this masculine gatekeeper or this masculine trickster who's saying, I'm there to protect you, there to stop, make you feel. And actually what they're doing is protecting themselves, protecting the control, protecting the truth, protecting the secret, the truth of, we're fucking amazing. And they're scared of that. And I'm not talking about men. I'm going to reiterate that in case anyone's jumping in now and hadn't heard the beginning. This is an energy, an ancient energy, ancient imbalance. So I was almost said conflict then, but we don't want to bring that in. It's imbalance. And so, ladies and even gentlemen who have, because again, it's not about gender, but if you feel like you're being held back, and you feel, and particularly for women, again, women finding themselves in competition with women, getting triggered by women, where's this coming from? Is this masculine energy that is now ready to be revealed? Is it this masculine energy that is desperate to be healed, desperate to be heard and acknowledged and helped to feel safe, actually, because, we need to help this male energy feel safe, that they are part of the creation process, so they don't feel the need to control the creation process and therefore control us as women. So that was my insight. So I'm wondering if there's anything like that going on, if there's any kind of sense of that person is, really winding me up. Look at them. Who do they think they are? All of this energy, especially between women, competition, really go within what's playing out here. This is for us to deal with ourselves, take responsibility for that. It's not the other person not doing anything at all to you. They're not doing anything at all. They're doing what they do. Like, they're shining. Why is that? Whatever they're doing, but always come back within. And I'm just wondering that underneath that, because I honestly thought I was going to go to this lifetime, and because a lot of the energy screaming at me was, but what about me? What about me? Why haven't you seen me? What about me? And I thought I was going to go back to my childhood self, and I didn't get an ice cream and my brothers did, or something that these things that stay in our subconscious mind and make us that can get triggered again. So I'm sure there is some this lifetime stuff like, what about me? But this is ancient stuff coming up, because this masculine energy is really ready and really in need and really crying out for help. And I'm really going to try not to be sarcastic and say, oh, bless him. But we as powerful creators, as those who have got this heart and this forgiveness, we don't want to carry on this stuff. We want to carry on. We want to balance. So it's from now, we deal with this now, and we deal with it within ourselves, and this masculine, and we help this masculine energy. We see it, we acknowledge it, and we give it a voice, so it can understand, like the male energy, that's the elderly man that was in my head, who had just been told to do what he had to do and was following orders. he didn't have any other awareness, and when he did, he left, right? So we need to bring awareness to the masculine, and if that masculine energy is hiding anywhere in your energy field, in your subconscious, then you know, get in touch. I've left my link, I think, just to have a chat. Is it that's going on? You know, shall we take a look? Let's move this, and not only help yourself, but it's massive, right? It's massive. We can help the world, actually, because you're shifting the energy generally of the world. So I don't think I've ever spoken for quite so long. Oh my goodness. Well, he's really gone, hasn't he? Now I realise that he was there the whole time, stopping me from talking. Now you're not going to shut me up. So anyway, I just thought maybe we could just for a couple of minutes, just check in and just lift this energy for a minute. And while we're in that lovely space, I can, it's to take responsibility for ourselves. So you either check in on yourself and you notice if there's a male energy, and what's going on underneath, what's the masculine energy, what's it tricking you into thinking that you're in competition with other women, what's it tricking you into thinking about yourself, that it's time to give up, I can't do it, whatever, or what about me, I'm being, whatever it is. Just checking that next layer. Is it a male energy that's ready to be seen now, that's ready to reveal the truth underneath it, which is that, the truth of you, the truth of love, the truth of you as this creator of life, in whichever way that comes. So I thought maybe we just lift and lighten this energy just for a moment, and then obviously if you want to take that further, if you want to explore that more, then please do get in touch. Please get in touch, and we'll just have a look at, where's that competition, where's that holding back, what's going on, and by doing so, I'm going to change the world. Okay, all right, so just for a second, taking a lovely deep breath in. I think I need to take a breath. Okay. And breathing out and coming back in, calling yourself back from across all time, dimensions, space, and reality. Just giving yourself 5 minutes, that's all. Just to tune in onto this energy. Another deep breath in, and this time letting out a deep sigh. Coming into your heart space. Relaxing in this beautiful vortex of energy, the energy of truth. And just maybe feeling yourself floating in, floating out, gazing out that window in the center of your chest. Being more and more relaxed. And from this place, commanding your energy to 0 point. Okay, so knowing you are connected, you're the bridge. And for a moment, just seeing if anyone pops into mind, anyone that you feel a little bit jealous of. And as my gorgeous friend Jenny Paris says, jealousy is, it can be a thing that shows you just you're just not there yet. You're not doing it, so it drives you. It's a driver. So don't see it as a negative, see it as a positive. But any sense of competition, any sense of someone who you feel has betrayed you or let you down, whatever it might be. And just noticing where in your body you're feeling that energy, feeling that tension. And again, making this energy tangible, bringing awareness to it. So if it had a color, what color would it be? And if it looked like anything, what would it look like? What's the image does it have? When you have that image, that color, you may want to go deeper with this at some point, so get in touch with me. Just for now, focusing, just bringing your awareness, acknowledging that it's there. And these days, the energy is so quick, sometimes that's all we need to do is focus our awareness, bring the light to it, clear and transmute it from across time and space, dimension and reality. Just focusing your attention, breathing, smiling, staying amused. At yourself, at life, it always makes it easier. Okay, and just asking, what does this energy need right now? And if that, whatever it needs, if that had a colour, if that was represented by a colour, what colour would it be? And bring this colour in. And all we're doing, we're just lifting and lightening this energy, helping it to become even more visible. And the more visible, the more awareness we have of it, the easier, the quicker it can be transformed, transmuted, whatever needs to happen with it. So seeing that colour coming in, lifting and lightening that energy. And if you had a person in mind, just seeing this person from your heart space. Seeing them through the window in the front of your chest and just noticing, is that energy of jealousy still there, or competition, or irritation, whatever it might be? Is it still there when you look at it through your heart, the window of your heart? Okay, and you can do the same for this if there's an energy of that you feel a bit stuck, that you feel like you're not talking about what you're meant to be talking about. You feel held back. And again, go through the same process. This is just the initial process. And obviously, we go deeper, some deeper energy healing, and really understand where this energy has come from. And therefore you understand yourself more. And when you understand yourself more, you have more confidence, more self-belief, more assurance in yourself, and stepping out there. So again, anything that's holding you back, what is it that's holding you back? Where is that energy? Where is that tension? And again, making this tangible. What colour is it? What does it look like? If I had an image, what would it look like? And again, what colour does it need to lift and lighten just for now, just to ease that feeling, ease that tension? And breathe, remembering to breathe. And again, looking out through the window of your heart at yourself without this holding back. How is yourself feeling without this holding back? And this is the truth of you. Okay, so just whilst we're here, I'm going to ask, so if you want, I'm going to ask for any of this masculine gateway energy or trickster energy, whatever it is, this ancient masculine energy that's been placed there, keeping you small, keeping you from your truth, or holding you back, or creating competition between women, whatever it is. I'm going to ask Creator to I'll find the words when I go up there, but it'd be something along the lines of ask for it to be revealed to you with grace and ease for your highest and best good, in order for you to move, because I can't do this for you right now, but you could, it's taking responsibility for yourself. And obviously, if you want to go deeper into this, if you feel it might be that holding you back, then please do get in touch. But for now, I'm going to do it because I feel I'm being pulled up to do that. So say yes if you would like to receive the energy of Okay, so yes, if you would like to receive the energy of the highest truth and understanding of the masculine energy. If you would like to know what it feels to have this masculine energy revealed in its purest form, and that you know what it feels like to release, transform, transmute across all time, dimension, space, and reality, any of this masculine energy that's been corrupted. Okay, so say yes if you would like to receive the energy of that, and I shall witness that now. Okay, so allowing yourself to receive. Whew. Allowing that energy to flow down. I'm feeling it in my feet. There's some coldness. It's just old. It means old stuff. Feeling that energy coming in. Whew. Okay, so allowing that energy to flow. You may or may not have felt that coming through. It was like a whoo, tingle all the way down my back and all the way down the backs of my legs into my feet. So however you felt that. Okay, so taking a lovely deep breath in. And again, feeling your feet firmly on the floor, nice and grounded. Because even setting the intention, even being in this space or listening to this replay, this is going to start shifting stuff, and I feel like it's going to spread out in the most beautiful of ways. So thank you anyone who's joined in with this, because this is for you, it's also for the collective. Taking a lovely deep breath in, feeling your feet on the floor, and when you're ready, lovely deep breath and opening your eyes, having a little stretch, coming back into the room. So I don't know if anyone is still with me, but okay, I'm just looking at the comments. How are you all feeling after that? Did any of that resonate with you, for starters? That we have these like hidden masculine energy that's been in there, tricking us all, holding us back. No more. No more. Okay, so thank you. Oh, I'm glad so you felt lots of sensations in your face. You know, it's just, yes, we all have it. It's control and conditioning. The energies are shifting. Yes, Sharon, they absolutely are. And you are certainly one of the amazing divine feminines to shift and help people to shift that. Do a guided session, Deborah. That would be amazing. I didn't see that, Bernie, but yes, that's where we're at. So I hope that was you enjoyed that. And Marie, aware of the energy when I actually took a back seat. This is it, you know, it's there, and it's conditioned as well. It's conditioned, like the energy that was, you know, in the back of my head. It was like I've been told to sit here and do this, so I'm going to sit here and do this, you know. But you know, it's taking, you know, no one else is allowed in our energy, you know. Give yourself, it's not protection, it's permission. I give myself permission to be in my space. This is my space. You have permission. You have the rest of the world. Go and do what you want to do, you know, wherever you want to do it, but just not in my space. You know, you've got permission to do that. This is my space. It's my permission. You're not meant to be there. You're not meant to be in my space. So I'm giving myself permission to not allow anything, anything that, you know, I choose not to come in. So, competition with other women that occurs all over. Yeah, I mean, and it's, you know, is it this male energy playing out? Because you know what happened the other day when I had my kind of major meltdown, and I was like, right, that's it. I'm getting a job in you know, I was really ready to, and I was thinking, where was that coming from, you know? And I could almost feel all the baby spirits going, what? Don't, you know, it did not that, just. It didn't feel right, but it felt so passionate, like I've just had enough. And it wasn't, of course it wasn't me, it's always energy, you know. We underneath all of these layers of life, we're absolutely pure. So it was this male energy that has been hiding there. Who knew? So anyway, I'm sharing that with you all just for you to go a little bit deeper with yourselves and see if it is this masculine energy that's been there for however many eons of time, holding you back. So thank you, Sharon. Thank you, Deirdre. I hope you. Oh, and Bernie loved it. Thank you, and Bernadette. Thank you. Hi, Yvette. Okay, so I will stop talking now. Only because I've got to go and pick the kids up from school. But maybe this means that I have my voice. I don't have this, that my male gatekeeper that was squishing down my feminine, divine feminine power, if you like, has been retired, gone on holiday. So, you know, I'm here now. And thank you to all these amazing women that when I had my meltdown, they just held that space for me and said, what's going on? No. And it was the women that came together. And there was a man in that as well. So this is not, again, about gender. There's this amazing man in there as well doing the same. So, you know, when we work together, this is what happens. When we support each other, this is what happens. And so they want us to be in competition. They want us. But in reality, there is no competition. There's no lack. But you know, this energy wants us to be in competition because they know the power of this energy when it is working as one. Okay, so I'm definitely going, and thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for the replay. Please get in touch, and we'll investigate this, explore this energy if anything's going on there with you, and we will do whatever needs to be done with it. So some deeper healing for you. Huge love. Thank you very much. Lots of love. Take care. Bye.